Hey you guys, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I did see we got some new ones. First time Kitchen Lives, first time Kelsey. Hey Kelsey, first time at Kitchen Live. Hey, so glad you can make it. So you guys, first off, let me apologize. I'm gonna bind here. I'm trying to get them all. I'm trying to get, but like some of these are like stuck, so this is how it'll be until the rest of them come off. Anyways, we're going to be talking about Pumpkin, Mama June, daughter Pumpkin from the show. You guys know I cover her along with a lot of other celebrities. I've been getting some comments on the Mama June, the videos about Pumpkin, like, oh my God, like you're so obsessed with her. And I'm like, do you look at my videos? Because I cover like a lot of people, not just Pumpkin. But they do give me a lot of content to work with. And this is something that I've been kind of thinking about for quite a while now, is because I watch her lives at night. I watch where she's doing her sales on TikTok. And here's the thing, I commend her for doing that. Listen, she wants to make sure her family is well taken care of. She wants to make money for the family, and I think that's great. The show is not always going to be there, so the family needs to, figure out other avenues to make money for their family. And I love that. I love that for her because they have several kids. So I'm so not against her selling items on TikTok. Not at all. Now, I'm not even against her selling things from Temu on TikTok. I do think that some of her things are from Temu. Whoop whoop, Zuna, we hit 78K subs in the other day. Yeah, yesterday maybe. Was it yesterday we hit 78,000 subs? So thank you guys so much. That is freaking all due to y'all. I appreciate you guys so much. So you know, I think a lot of the items come from Temu. She says that they don't, whatever. But I'm not even against if they were, because I do know a lot of people, they're scared to buy from Temu because they've heard weird things and they're like, I'm scared to put my debit card information or any like way, to make my payment. I'm scared to do it. But I see they got really cool things. I mean, I have family members, they're like, I want to buy stuff, like I'm scared because I'm scared they're gonna like hijack my debit card or something. So I know there's people literally scared to buy from Temu. So her even buying and reselling, not against it. Now the fact that they say that it's not from Temu, the fact that the fact that she does, like, I get it, you got to make a profit too, but she jacks the prices up sometimes a lot. Like a real Stanley cup, you can literally do a real Stanley cup for like $35-$40, while she's selling the dupes for $35-$40 and then charging a $10 shipping fee. So $10 shipping fee plus $30-$40 that she's charging for them. I mean, you're paying $40-$50 when you can get a real one for the exact same price. They do have a friend posted a video showing exact Temu listings that Alana holding up. Yeah, I've seen that. I've actually done that myself. Like I've actually went and looked at the things and then found them on Temu myself. So, yes. If you watch her lives for the Stanley dupes, you will see that she charges. There was one video where one of them broke. The Stanley dupes broke. One of them broke, like the handle. She was like, "Oh, this one broke, so I'm going to sell it for cheaper." She sold it for $20. $20 plus the $10 shipping fee. So somebody paid $30 for a broke Stanley dupe, a broke one. And I'm like, you literally could have paid $10 more to get a real one that was fixed, like that was fine. So my main issue is, just like want to act like it's not from Temu, sometimes jacking the prices up, and then the way she treats her customers. I will say, it seems like she's gotten better at times. Sometimes she seems like she's very nice to them, and then other times, I guess it's maybe, I don't know. But when she first started, she was just really nasty, rude, would pick on her customers. If somebody was like, "Oh, my Cash App's not working," "Oh, you're lying, you're broke, that's not what's happening, you're broke." I will say it's calmed down, and maybe that's because she got called out so much for her nasty behavior. And a lot of people said, like, "Girl, you could literally do like 10 times better if you were just nicer to people." So maybe she's taken, that constructive criticism and tried to apply it and be nicer, because I will say I've seen her try to be nicer lately. Now, like I said, I have been contemplating covering this topic of the fact that she sells dupes. In my opinion, though, I think they're fakes. I don't think they're dupes. And I'm going to explain the difference between a fake and a dupe and why dupes are okay to sell, but fakes are illegal to sell, and how you can get in trouble. And then we're going to watch a video, I think it was from last night that she did, where she sold some jewelry. And by what hg.org legal resources tells me, what I saw her selling was not dupes, but was fakes. And even if you say, oh, it's just a replica, it's a dupe, but it's really a fake, you can still get in trouble. Like, you can still get in trouble, even if you claim that it is a dupe when it is actually a fake. She has sold some Disney stuff before. I've seen her sell Disney stuff before. Oh, and be careful, please. I will say that saying that if you hear a train, it's a storm, like it's a tornado, that is legit. For $10, I can make 10 clay cups and sell them for $300. Jesus. Yeah. So let's go ahead, let's get into it. And I just want to kind of screen. Let me see. All right, first off. All right, so what's the difference between a fake versus a replica versus a dupe? Okay, so it is important to be aware of the differences between a fake, replicas, and dupes when purchasing products. So fakes are illegal, often lower quality, and may not be safe. And that's another thing, is she's selling earrings. She's selling earrings. And I've seen people ask, like, what are these made out of? Like, I can only wear real jewelry. And last night it was so wild because in the chat somebody said, oh, everybody that's buying from Pumpkin's about to be walking around with like green ears or infected ears. So especially when it comes to like jewelry that you're going to be putting in your ears, like you got to be careful where you get it from. You really need to know what it's made out of. So yeah, fakes, illegal, lower quality, may not be safe to use. Also, fakes, let me see. Okay, so replicas and dupes are not genuine products and do not try to pass off as the real deal. They are not exact copies and do not use fake logos and trademarks. So that's the main difference, is fakes will almost be exact copies and they use the logos and the trademarks. So if you see somebody holding up a pair of earrings that say Elle Bee, especially if it looks just like the Louis Vuitton LV, that is their trademark. That is their logo. The LV that is intertwined, let me see, that, and it's kind of slanted a little bit, that is Louis Vuitton logo. So you can't say I'm selling a dupe when you are actually selling a fake, because it's the logo. So I want you guys to remember that when we're watching this video. Okay, replicas are not exact copies and do not use fake logos and trademarks. Replicas and dupes do not. The only thing that will use the logos and the trademarks and are almost exact copies are the illegal ones. They're the fakes. They're the counterfeits, okay? So let's watch this little video together. And honestly, like, I've seen people say before, like, she's going to get in trouble. She's going to get in trouble. She's going to get in trouble. If I was her, I probably wouldn't anything that could potentially be fake. You know what I'm saying? Just to protect her business. I mean, she's putting a lot into this business. She's putting a lot into this business. She has bought her whole building. They have insulated it. They just got one side of the wall completed. She is putting a lot into this. And it would be really sad is if she got shut down or got in trouble, got arrested. You can get arrested for this, okay? So, I mean, she really needs to be careful with the dupes. Even if she says it's a dupe, well, if it has the logo on it, if it's got the trademark, you are still going to get in trouble. All right, so I just took, and people always say, you're clipping her lives down. You're just taking little bits here and there. Yeah, because I can't show a 4-hour live. I can't show a 4-hour live stream, okay? Another word they use is inspired. Yeah, and you can even say, well, these are inspired by blah, 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 blah. But if they're using the logo and the trademark, they're fakes. Now, if you say they're inspired and they just kind of resemble, but they are a little different, and you can kind of tell that they're different, then they really are inspired by. So this was just like a little 2-minute clip that I put together last night.
Next up, I have one pair of these. They are 5, claim with gold. These are cute little like diamond Chanel.
First off, she said these are like cute little diamond Chanel. She did not say fake, inspired by, dupes. She literally said these are like cute little diamond Chanel. And look at that. That is the Chanel. That is a logo right there. That is one of Chanel's logos, is the intertwined CC. Now, this is right here is what she's holding up, obviously, at the very, very top. I went to Chanel's actual website, and as you guys can see, right, and I just did a quick search. I didn't even do it all night. I just did a quick little search. So here are some real Chanel earrings. Does that not look identical? Does that not look identical? That is the logo, like one of the logos, the intertwined CCs. Now, granted, it don't have the pink at the top, but it's got the intertwined CCs, like CC. That's like, that is legit it. Also, like another intertwined in silver. And then, like, as you guys can see, the price down here is $625. That is one of Chanel's logos, the intertwined CCs. And if you look at these earrings, could these pass? Well, yeah, because they're the freaking logo. They're the CC. You know what I'm saying?
I only have one pair of these.
It's honestly one of Chanel's like signature pieces, like that CC. And she said Chanel too.
They are Chanel little hoops, claim with CC.
Once again, she said they are Chanel little hoops. Mind you, she's selling them for $5. She said they are, hold on.
All right, next up, I only have 3 pairs of these. These are Gucci Dupe.
I'm gonna laugh. She said, she didn't say inspired, which honestly, it wouldn't matter if she said inspired, because even if she said inspired, even if she said dupe, these are fakes right here.
I'm sorry. Well, Bobby really doesn't want to go.
Yeah, I've got it.
All right.
I got it. Thank you. I texted him and told him I was going live. Okay. Yeah. And once again, sometimes she'll say, oh, they're inspired by, these are dupes. But other times she will literally say that they are the real thing. And if you got somebody that's just come in right before that, they're literally thinking, oh my God, I'm getting me some cute little Chanel earrings for super cheap. Like, they may really think that. And either way, the fact that she's saying they're Chanel, the fact that they are the trademarked logo, they are fake. These are, in my opinion, from what I am reading online, and I'm getting this information from hg.org legal resources, and then another one from this other is Glamour and Gains. It's what's the difference between fakes, dupes, and replicas. So I'm getting all this information. It's easy to read. You look up what's the difference between fake, dupes, and replicas.
All right, next up, I only have 3 pairs of these. These are Gucci dupe white ones, claim with Gigi White.
Now, she said Gucci dupe, but once again, that is the interlocked Gigi. As you guys can see, I pulled these from the Gucci site. Here's the pearl double G brooch for $550. Here's the Gigi key ring for $310. The double G flower stud earrings for $350. Once again, they are meant, they're like a fake. They're meant to be passed off as the real one. They're real, in my personal opinion, from my research, they are fakes. Oh, I held this one a little long, didn't I? Go ahead. Are we playing? No, saying dupe doesn't make a difference because it's illegal. You can even say dupe, but if it's a fake and you're selling it, you can get in trouble. Am I like tripping here?
Thank you, Americus. Claim with Gigi. These are 5 as well. But somebody said this brand, and I can't remember what y'all said, but I have 3 pairs of these. This is Van Cleef.
She said it is. She said, oh, this is Van Cleef, right? She said, this is Van Cleef, which is another like luxury brand, right? Now, this is the Van Cleef website. And these, it's a little different. I will say it is a little bit different, but she said it is Van Cleef. And that's where she messed up there, is by saying it is. She said these are Van Cleef. But then in a minute, she's like, well, somebody said they were Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton does have a style very similar to this as well. But in this part where she's messing up, because I don't think these are actually fake. I think these really would pass as replicas because they're a little different in shape. I really do think these are replicas, right? However, she said that these are Van Cleefs. So in this part, she messed up by saying that they are. So where she's like on one part where maybe she is selling like a legit dupe, and one it says she's messing up because she's saying they are that.
Somebody says Louis Vuitton. I don't know.
Somebody said it's Louis Vuitton. So here's Louis Vuitton's little style.
Next up, I have these Louis Vuitton hoops.
Next up, she said, I have these Louis Vuitton hoops. Once again, she didn't even try to protect herself.
Just remember.
Hold on. She didn't even try to protect herself to say dupes, replicas. She said it was. And if you guys, hold on. If you guys can see, this is literally a Louis Vuitton store over to your right where it says Miami Vibes. And I actually got that off Justin's TikTok. Justin and Mama June are in Miami right now. And he put up a TikTok of them like outside like all the luxury stores. This is literally a Louis Vuitton store. So this is their logo, the LV, right? And the way that it's, you know, where it goes into the V. Like if somebody changed it up a little bit, maybe like to where it was beside the V, or maybe, I don't know, like I guess you could change it up in at some point to make it to where it is not the freaking real deal, like where it doesn't look like the real deal. But as you guys can see, right here, the Louis Vuitton store, the way it, you know, comes through the V and goes right below the V. Same over here, comes through right through the V, comes down below the V. Over here, this is real, that's real. Here is your fake. In my personal opinion, these are not dupes. These are not replicas. These are fake. And she could get in a lot of trouble. And I saw that Louis Vuitton is very like litigious when it comes to this. Like I've seen online where Louis Vuitton, they will get you for this. So she really needs to be careful. Like she's just being so careless when she sells this stuff because she is actually saying that it is the real thing. I mean, I caught her doing that several times, you know, and then there's been times that she says, oh, well, this is a dupe. This is a dupe. This is a dupe. But then she's still, in my opinion, not selling dupes. She is selling fakes because they are using the logo, the trademark logo. I feel like I can't say that enough. Like, look at that. That is literally, I mean, if I saw somebody wearing those, I think they were for sure.
Just remember the designer ones are 5.
Just remember the designer ones are 5. Like, girl, nothing that you have is designer. Nothing that you have, nothing that you're selling for $5 is nothing that you're selling for $5 is designer. But that's what she just said. No. So the pictures that I put up next to that is from the real site to show you guys what the real what the real item looks like what the real trademark logo really looks like. So, okay. So right here, that's Louis Vuitton store. And I put that up there to show you guys this is a trademark logo, the L and the V. Over here, where it says the Blossom LV ear-studded earrings, that is from Louis Vuitton website. I went and got those from the Louis Vuitton website, and this is how much they charge for. But the reason I brought it up is once again, just to show you on the site, if you go to the site to try to find Louis Vuitton earrings, you know, this is once again the logo. Well, she is literally selling earrings that is using a trademarked logo. So
just remember the designer ones are $5. If y'all can give me just a moment, I'll cash everybody out in literally like 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm literally going to show there's only 3 more pairs of earrings over here, and I'm just going to show these little Stanley bags, and that's going to be it. So if y'all could wait, that would be great. All right, y'all, I'm going to do the Stanley dupe bags really quick. I have 5 in hot pink. These are $8 a piece. Claim with hot pink.
okay, so I'm like, let me see. Well, while watching this, I'm like, okay, so let me go look at the real Stanley bags, see what they look like, see if I can figure out if this is a dupe or a fake. Well, I cannot find nowhere on the Stanley site could I find any type of koozie, any type of sleeve, or anything. Okay. Now, what I could find was over on Amazon. Stanley website has no like sleeve for their cups that I can find. However, earlier she said the Stanley bags. Then she says the Stanley dupe bags, right? I really think she just found these cute little sleeves, the little koozies, and she's just claiming they're like Stanleys because they can fit your Stanley cup. That's what so everything that I could find for these little sleeves that she's selling says this. It says neoprene insulator sleeve for a Stanley Quencher Adventure 40-ounce tumbler with handle. Once again, neoprene insulated sleeve for a Stanley. So there are, from my understanding, Stanley sleeves do not exist. But she just told her followers that they are buying something that doesn't exist. A Stanley bag or a Stanley dupe bag. But those things don't exist. They are merely insulated sleeves for your Stanley dupe cup, which in my opinion, that could be a fake too. I don't know. I really do think those are Stanley dupes that she has, because I don't see any, and that's the difference. Okay, that's a perfect example. So the cups that she shows, she's like, these are Stanley dupes. There's no logo on there that says Stanley or say the Stanley. What is the Stanley logo? Let me see. Okay. So this is the Stanley logo right here, right? It says Stanley since, what's that, 1913 or something? All right, so this is like the Stanley logo, I think, right here. So say she got some, cups and she was selling on her channel and the cups still had like this little animal looking thing. Or they still said Stanley? Well, that would be a fake because it says Stanley. It's using their logo, which is exactly what's happening here with the jewelry. All the jewelry that she showed had Louis Vuitton logo or Gucci logo or Chanel logo. If it just would have been an earring that she says that, maybe looks something like the earrings that didn't have their logo though, because like I said, last night I was all over Chanel, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. I was Van Cleef or whatever that is. I was all over their websites looking, and they have earrings that don't have their like those logos. They have like, okay, let me look. Let me show you. Let me give you an example of what she could do to be like, these are inspired by. All right, so she could find, I don't know, like a little hoop like this that doesn't have that little symbol right here, but they're just like the little gold around. And she could sell those and be like, oh, inspired by Louis Vuitton. Anything with the LV and anything with these little symbols that they have trademarked, you're going to get in trouble for. She could get, some danglies with a slightly different little flower at the end and say, well, these are inspired by. because they kind of look a little similar. But if you were selling something that says LV, CC, like interlock CC, GG, identical to the way the company has it, then that is literally a fake. Yeah, in my opinion, she needs to say very clearly, this is not a Chanel or Gucci. She needs to make it known. And there's times she doesn't. I mean, you guys heard it. There was times she said, we'll watch it again really quickly. There was times that she said that it was real. Oh, you guys can't see that. You guys can't see that. Never mind. Hold on. That's what's really going to get her too, is her saying it and then her selling these fakes. And this is my opinion from my research. You can do your own research just to double check, but from my research, she's selling fakes.
Next up, I have one pair of these. They are 5, claim with gold. These are cute little like diamond Chanel. I only have one pair of these. They are Chanel little hoops, claim with CC.
They are Chanel little hoops. That's what she just said. They are Chanel little hoops. And they are the logo. They are the CC logo.
All right, next up, I only have 3 pairs of these. These are Gucci dupe white ones, claim with GG white.
Once again, they look like fakes to me because they're using the logo.
Thank you, Americas. Claim with GG. These are 5 as well. But somebody said this brand, and I can't remember what y'all said, but I have 3 pairs of these. This is Van Cleef.
She said it was Van Cleef. I actually don't think this one was a fake. I actually think that was
Somebody says Louis Vuitton. I don't know. Next up, I have these Louis Vuitton hoops.
Once again, logo. Yeah.
Just remember the designer ones are 5. If y'all can give me just a moment, I'll cash everybody out in literally like 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm literally going to show there's only 3 more pairs of earrings over here, and I'm just going to show these little Stanley bags, and that's going to be it. So if y'all could wait, that would be great. All right, y'all, I'm going to do the Stanley dupe bags really quick. I have 5 in hot pink. These are $8 a piece, claim with hot pink.
Yeah, at that point, she just found some sleeves and said, "Oh, they're Stanley sleeves, or they're Stanley sleeve." To make somebody think they're getting like a name brand dupe sleeve, when in reality, it's just a sleeve. But okay, let me go over this of like what can happen. Let's see. I know I'm gonna get heat for this, but she needs to know. Like, she don't want to go to jail with her little kids at home. All right. Let's see. Okay. Is it illegal for a person to sell counterfeit merchandise? Both state and federal law prohibits this type of conduct. If you knowingly sell or intend to sell a fake item, you could be sentenced to years in prison or be ordered to pay steep fines. Let's see. Is it illegal to sell Louis Vuitton dupes? In the United States, selling fake bags is under, and I would imagine this would be anything Louis Vuitton, under the federal trademark law, also known as the Lanham Act. Counterfeit bags, jewelry, probably anything with a logo, also violates the Stop Counterfeiting the Manufactured Good Act, which passed Congress in 2006. So in 2006, Congress actually passed a law to try to stop this from happening. It's called Manufactured Goods Act. Okay, can you get sued for selling dupes? The Trademark Counterfeiting Act of 1984 This law makes it illegal to sell goods which use the trademark of another company without permission from that company, which is what she is doing, in my opinion. She's using their trademark logo. This act imposes criminal liability for the trafficking of counterfeit goods and services. Let's see. Okay, where's the other one about? Let's see. Is the Louis Vuitton logo copyrighted? Let's see. So, is the Louis Vuitton LV copyrighted? The LV trademark of Louis Vuitton, registration number 4192541, serial number 79104338, just the trademarks? Can I use the logo if I'm not selling it? You need permission to use the logo unless it's for editorial or informational purposes only, such as to use the logo for a written article or being a part of a comparative product statement. Louis Vuitton has used its something monogram design for over 120 years and has obtained 9 trademark registrations which incorporate aspects of the design. So let's see. Let me get to it. Let me find it. Zoom in on this. All right. Isn't she Audrey? I loved it. And he was so funny, wasn't he? Okay, so this is the, let's see. Louis Vuitton has used its twin monogram design for over 120 years and has obtained 9 trademark registrations which incorporate aspects of the design. This case is interesting because Louis Vuitton is not asserting infringement of a single mark, but of 9 separately registered marks. The complaint separates these asserted marks into 3 groups. The Twilly monogram, I don't know, comprising 4 separate marks. The LV design trademark, which is what those earrings were that Pumpkin had, the LV design trademark, comprising 2 separate marks, and the flower design trademark, which could have been what she thought was a Van Cleef, maybe, comprising 3 separate. So here is their trademark, right? This has been trademarked since 2012. This design, 2006. This design since 2000. This design since 1993. This design since 1993. This one, which seems to be identical, since 2000. And these, it was one of these that are, maybe both that Pumpkin used. This one since 1998. This one since 2003. And then this one since 1998. But these are the ones that are interesting. I'm not seeing where it says jewelry here, but I would have to imagine jewelry would be included as well. They might need to revise it, but either way, the trademark, the logo is trademarked. I mean, I would have to imagine. Yeah, Disney doesn't track people down, but some of these SEC football teams will hit you quickly, speaking from experience. I mean, it's got a ton of things listed on here, so I'm sure earrings will be included. And I'm wondering it was revised in the 2000, maybe, because they revised it for some reason. They added a bunch more stuff in the 2000. Wow, that's crazy. LV limits how many items you can buy within 12 months. It's pretty wild. Let's see. All right. So let's go over this really quickly. Ooh. All right. Let's see. This is Florida law. Where is in Georgia? Hold on, let me look that up again. All right. Didn't LV ban Jen Shay? Is it Jen Shay? Jenna Shay? I think so, Valerie. I think some people just want to support her because, she's pumpkin. And so I think they do it just to kind of support her. And then some people maybe come across her thing and don't realize that Temu even exists. So they're like, oh, this is super cheap prices. All right. Penalty for violating OCGA, which is Georgia code. If convicted of possessing, manufacturing, delivering, distributing, or selling of counterfeit substances in Georgia, you will be guilty of a misdemeanor. Misdemeanor convictions in Georgia carry fines up to $1,000, jail time up to 1 year, or both. And I imagine per count, like if you've been saying doing it multiple times, it will be more counts of it, and then you could eventually get in a lot of trouble. So I mean, it's a misdemeanor. She could get fines up to $1,000 and jail time up to 1 year. But the more times she gets caught doing it, the more serious her punishment could be. So either way, you guys, I've been contemplating doing this for a while because she's been doing this for a while. She has been holding things up, saying that it's a dupe. No, it says substance, but it means so. I think it means like atoms because I guess you could. How would you sell counterfeit drugs? I guess I don't know. I think this is trade. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I think you're right. Crap, that is not what I looked up. I had another one up, but it was for not Georgia. Wow, thank you for catching that. Let me go back and find the one I was looking for. Let me double check this before I read this. I'm like, how do you counterfeit drugs, anyways? Huh? Well, apparently you can. Found all the fake luxury goods. Who was that? Who was that? Thank you, Becky, for pointing that out. For a second, I thought you were crazy. Turns out I really am. Okay, I think this one is it, though. I'm going to screen share just so you guys can read it with me. All right, let's see. Counterfeiting crimes in Atlanta or Georgia. It will be Georgia law. Counterfeiting is a form of fraud. Counterfeiting occurs when you forge money, documents, tickets, clothing, drugs, or goods and represent them to be the genuine product. Counterfeiting becomes a criminal offense when you attempt to defraud someone by selling or passing along the counterfeit item. For example, if you create DVD copies of a popular Hollywood movie without permission to sell those movies to the public, then you are guilty of a crime of counterfeiting. You may also face criminal trademark and copyright infringement charges as well as patent infringement laws. Additionally, if you bought the DVD, that used to happen a lot here where I live. Somebody that I know would go into the movie theater, record the movie, and then put it on a DVD. Okay. The knowledge that they were knockoffs. Okay. Additionally, if you bought the DVDs with the knowledge that they were knockoffs, then you too could face counterfeit charges. A conviction of counterfeit can carry with it harsh penalties. For instance, Title 18 U.S. Code Section 472 is a federal law pertaining to counterfeit fraud, and it states that individuals may be sentenced to as much as 20 years in prison for producing, trafficking, selling, possessing counterfeit U.S. securities. Another example includes criminal infringement. Title 17 U.S. Code Section 506, the federal law that pertains to the copying and selling of movies without permission, established that criminal infringement can occur in one of three ways: purposely seeking commercial. Okay, let's find the one. I want to find the one that is strictly for crime of counterfeit is a serious matter. You may face not only federal charges, but potentially state of Georgia indictments due to the number and complexity of issues that accompany counterfeiting charges. Hiring an attorney with experience in handling such matters can mean the difference between freedom and jail time. Our legal team has more than 55 years of combined experience defending individuals against charges such as counterfeiting, and we are immediately available to assist you in your case. Yeah, that used to happen. Yeah, I know people that bought them. She's not getting arrested, Alex. But I think she needs to chill out. Like, I really think she needs to stop. I mean, the fact that she held up like LV earrings and like Louis Vuitton, GG earrings, these are Gucci. Like, she's saying it as well at times. Like, yes, of course, at times she's saying these are dupes, but the times that she says they're dupes, I still think she's showing fakes because they are using a trademark logo. When I was a teen, I got my family's internet shut down downloading Power. Oh my goodness, Dan! Whoops. I remember like when we used to have to burn CDs, like write down a list and give it to your friend that got a burner. Like, and write on the outside, like Leslie's pop music, or like some weird thing. LimeWire, Napster, yes. That is wild. Anyways, Pumpkin really needs to chill out. And also, you guys, I'm pretty sure Pumpkin and Josh and everybody just got paid for this past season of Mama June because Mama June is in Miami. They went to like the Christian Dior store, and like Mama June was like right in the door, and she asked about like some face cream. And apparently the employee kind of acted like she didn't want June in the store or something. That's what they said. She was like, here, let me find it. I'll show it to you guys. And they literally pop off. Justin literally pops off and was like, we could buy everything in that store. And June's like, I could if I wanted to. But I've noticed they have been spending a lot of money in, say, the past 2 months. So Pumpkin has gotten that building. They've started, the insulation. Pumpkin, they bought Ella this big pink, like, playhouse thing that are like, they cost thousands of dollars. She also says that she bought Josh a trailer. It's like a car haul trailer. And then he says, no, we split it. I pay for half, you pay for half. And she's like, oh yeah, that's right. And then she's like, here's and Josh got this classic car. Or she showed like an old car. And my husband was like, oh, that's a classic. And then she shows this truck and she's like, and that's my old beater. We're gonna redo it because I'm gonna start drag racing. Yeah, you guys didn't know Pumpkin was a dragger. And then he says something like, have you showed him your new car or whatever? And she's like, oh, I got it a couple of weeks ago, but no, I haven't showed you guys. Here's Blue Betsy, and it's like a light, I think it's like a light blue, like Yukon, like not one of the newest models, but maybe like a 19 or 20 model, like 2019 or 2020. And they show that. And then she was on TikTok earlier, like literally showing all these clothes that they bought. So they went to a water park. Like 2 days later, they went to Colorado. Come home from Colorado. Like 2 weeks later, they're in Florida. Let's see. I've literally been paying attention. I was like, they literally are spending a ton of money. Also, I noticed Jessica, she bought like a lot of inventory to sell on her and Cheyenne's like TikTok. They're getting like Stanley Duke cups as well. And some of them are like Bluetooth. I think they're like Stanley Duke cups. But they have like this, they're Bluetooth. Like you can connect these cups to your phone and play music, which is really cool. But I noticed all of them basically, Pumpkin, Anna, they just moved. Even though Anna was only on the show like 2 episodes, I'm sure she demanded to get a little bit of a paycheck. She just moved to a little bit of a better house. So yeah, I noticed they are spending a good bit. Yes. When I talked to someone a while back, they said that Pumpkin, Josh, and June, they can either get it like in payouts, like 1 month this much, 1 month that much, for like a few months, or they can get it all in one lump sum. And that the person that I talked to said that they all would select to get it in one lump sum, and that usually within a few months it was all gone. Pumpkin and Josh went to a Jelly Roll concert. I mean, they've really been doing a lot lately. And if I was them, I'd probably buy a house because also from what I was told, they live in like a really small house. I think they said it was a 2-bedroom house. I do repeat myself a lot. I do apologize. Also, I was told they don't know if the show has been renewed. They don't know yet. So if you don't know if it's been renewed and you're spending like that, like, let me find it. That's like one of my like things is I do repeat myself a lot. Especially if I feel like what I'm saying is kind of hard to understand. I'll say it a lot, and I did catch myself doing that earlier, so I do apologize. All right, so yes, I think you would pay more taxes on a lump sum. I think. Okay, so listen to this.
What's up, guys? Listen, we are down here in Miami, and we made it to the design district down here in Miami. Look, I want y'all to check this out.
This was yesterday, okay?
First of all, hang on. I got a bone to pick with Dior, okay? We walked up to the door in Dior, right? Me and Junebug.
And I asked to do the face cream because I wanted to see how much the caviar mask stuff was because I was told it was $700. The lady,
So she asked about a caviar face mask that she was told was $700. So she wanted to find out.
now she didn't want me in the store. Bitch.
Then she said the lady acted like she didn't want me in the store. BITTH.
We can literally buy everything in that motherfucking
If
store.
I choose to. But I don't. So bitches, I ain't buying shit from Dior in the
Yeah.
design district.
Christian
Miami.
Dior. So I will say this is pretty cool down here. It is pretty cool. Yeah, definitely for the fact that Christian Dior, if you're listening, you might want to get your employees in check, not knowing that we could buy whatever we wanted to in that store. For all
No, Doodlebug, you're fine. So I mean, I kind of get it. If you have money and then somebody treats you like that, you kind of want to be like, hello, like I have money to be in the store, like, but for him to be like, we could buy everything in that store, like, from my understanding, Mama June's check is about $300K for the season, which is a big jump from what Pumpkin and Josh makes because I was told Pumpkin and Josh, don't make even $100K. Maybe combined they might, but they definitely don't. I know it's not like anybody from Dior is listening, but from my understanding, June makes around $300K. So yeah, she's got a big check right now, but I mean Dior is still expensive. So I when I saw that last night, I was like, let me go to Dior and let me see. They got little bags that are like $6,000. Little ones. Like a bag like this big, like a big duffel bag, is like $12K. $12K. Like, yeah, you could buy some stuff, but then there go all your money until next year, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you can't buy everything in the store, that's very tacky to say. Exactly. Sean. Thank you, Doodlebug. Thank you. Yes, I literally have been researching about copyright, about trademarking. I've been on all the sites today, Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior last night and then today, Chanel, Gucci, literally just looking up so much stuff because I'm like, I am pretty positive she is breaking the law here. And in my opinion, from what I've researched, yes. June needs to Pretty Woman that store and walk past with fancy bags from other stores. Somebody actually said that earlier, like you got Pretty Woman, just like the movie. I wonder how much Alana makes since she is the star of the show, basically. So I was told that because the show is in June's name, June makes the most. Also, a while back, when Pumpkin first got Alana, Alana allegedly had like money in a trust from Honey Boo Boo days and the first couple of seasons of Mama June. She was supposed to have money in a trust. So they wanted to get access to that money so June didn't spend it. Well, media outlets reported that there was no money in it. By the time Alana got it, it was just kind of like an empty trust, So the show does pay Alana, obviously, but nobody makes as much as what June makes from what I was told. And that's because the show is in her name. Yeah, she's had no problem. Well, the reason her child support was $800 a month is because they didn't base it off the show. Because at the time that they went to child support court, they were in the middle of filming and they had not been greenlit for a new season. So June comes in and she's like, yes, I make this much. From what they figured out in court, she made about 25 G's a month based off her yearly salary when they have the show, about 25 G's a month. But they're like, well, we don't know if we're going to get a new show yet. We haven't found out. And if we do, I can't pay child support based off 25K a month. So the judge based her child support off her disability. And that's what the judge set it at. So, yeah, $800 a month is still a lot. I would love if I could get $800 a month for my kids, but for my other children's father. So either way, Alana is going to be 18 this month. There's going to be no more child support. The reason I don't think they didn't go back is because she's about to be 18. So the show got renewed, and Pumpkin could have said, hey, we got renewed. You're going to be making more money. Let's go back to court. Maybe she didn't because Alana was going to be 18 in a few months. Maybe she didn't because they were working on the relationship and kind of starting to get along a little bit. Is that a lot for one child? Yeah, that's for one child. I do think where I live, in my opinion, I think that would be a lot for one child. When the judge told my baby daddy that he needed to pay like $790 for just one child, I was like, I'll take $400 for both. Yeah, we get $800 in a lifetime. Exactly. I like Hermes. You have to really spoil the salesperson to get your name thought of. For Kelly or Birkin. Yes. Get $300 for one child. I think that's like, I don't know. I feel like that's like average. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. I want to tell y'all though, y'all, I've been watching Anna on lives too, and I don't, I've seen people say like, oh, well, she's on medication that makes her moods like kind of woppy. She has said several times the only medication that she takes is hydrocodone, and that is usually at night, like before she goes to bed to help her sleep. I know she's dealing with cancer, and I struggle. But y'all, I caught her on a live the other night that was horrible. Horrible. I mean, even people in the chat was like, oh my gosh, she's on one today. She was like in her new house and she was making dinner and she was cursing, like calling her kids a little bitch. Like she called him like first like a dum-dum, And people in the chat was like, did you just call your child a dum-dum? And she's like, I sure the F did. I don't effing care, you effing Karen. Get the hell out of my chat, you effing Karen. Like we all talk to our kids like that. Like who the heck? She has adrenal carcinoma, which is why I struggle to even talk about anything related to Anna. But then a part of me is like, so having cancer, does that allow you to talk to people like crap? Does that allow you to just cuss people? She called her husband a fat effing pig. She literally called her husband. She's like, Eldred, come get your plate because I ain't bringing it to you, you fat effing pig. And then he was like in there playing like a video game, right? So she sends Caitlin. She's like, Caitlin, go get Eldred because I ain't bringing him his plate. So Caitlin comes back in and she's like, Eldred wanted to know if you could bring him the plate because he's playing the game. So she's like, oh, I guess. So she walks in there and she's like, yeah, I'll bring it to him because he's a fat effing pig. He's a fat F-U-C-K. She's like, so I'll bring it to him. I'm like, oh my God. So she's like, here, you fat F-U-C-K. Here. And he's like, hold on. I'm in the middle of the game. Like, can you sit it down for a second? And she's like, see, this what ticks me off. I'm aggravated. This aggravates me. Now you can't even get your plate. Like, that really aggravates me. And what's so crazy, you guys, what's so crazy is when she was like cursing like the kids and like being really wild with the kids, there were some people in the chat saying like, dude, don't talk to your kids that way. Like, that's horrible for you to talk to your kids that way. Don't talk to your kids that way. And other people was like, oh my God. And then she said, we all talk to our kids like that. Don't act like you're a saint. We all cuss our kids. We all talk to them like that. La-di-da-di-da. And then other people's like, we're from the South. That's how we talk to our kids. And I'm like, first off, nope. I'm from the South. I don't talk to my kids like that. Second off, we don't all talk to our kids like that. Nope. Sure don't. But then, other people, like, they made excuses. A lot of people's like, oh, it's fine. We talk to our kids like that. It's fine. The same people that said that it was fine, that she was talking to her kids like that, agreed with her that Eldridge was in the wrong for not getting off his game right then to eat, even though they weren't eating at the table. Like, they were all like eating wherever. You know what I'm saying? Like, her kids probably went to their bedroom in front of the TV to eat, and he was probably going to eat, playing his game. Like, it's not like they were going to sit down at the table, eat their dinner together, and have like a nice little meal. I don't think that's going to happen. I think everybody's just going to eat wherever. But she got so like irritated, and she said that it frustrated her that he would not shut the game off right then to eat his dinner. And I'm like, well, listen, I have gamers in my house, and I know if they're like in the middle of like gaming, if they like put the controller down right then, they can get killed right then, And some of those games, you lose everything that you've acquired, if you get killed. And I didn't see him being rude to her. He was just like, hold on, like, can you put it down? And she's like, oh my God, see, this irritates me. And people in the chat's like, yeah, that would irritate me too. Yeah, he should put the game down. But those same people was like, oh yeah, we all talk to our kids like that. That's fine. She can talk to her kids however she wants. I'm like, so talk to your kids however you want. Cuss the kids, not a big deal. But Eldridge is the problem because he didn't put the game down. Maybe he heard her calling him a fat effing pig. Mind you, she said it right in front of him. She said, here, you fat effing pig. So, y'all, I've literally been, I said this the other day. I said, I've been considering covering this behavior from her. And somebody said, oh, you better not attack Anna. I'm like, well, first off, it's not an attack because I don't attack any of these people. I just point out the things that I disagree with, and I say I disagree with them, and that's what it is. That's just what it is. However, it's definitely not an attack. I'm not attacking these people. And I just feel like she literally cursed some of those people in the live. I mean, she's like, F, you get the F off my live. You stupid Karen. And then I think she calls somebody like Keisha or something. Like, and she's like, oops, probably better not say that. And then people was like, it's okay to talk like that in front of your kids as long as they know not to repeat it. And I'm sure Anna's kids know not to repeat it. And then somebody said, hey, Anna, does your kids curse? And she's like, yeah, sometimes they do. I really have to get on to them, especially Caitlin. Like, Caitlin really, like, she's like wild about it, And I'm like, Mary says, my sister-in-law had adrenal cancer, and she turned really nasty mean towards us. Her caregivers towards the end, she was never like that before. She came sick. Well, maybe that's what it is. I have no idea. And somebody said, wow, you're just like June. Like, the way you're talking to your kids, you're just like June. And she's like, well, I'm her effing daughter. She's like, but clearly you don't watch the show because I was raised by my granny. And it made me wonder if, like, her granny talked like that. I don't know if she is or not, but I'm like, how could you be, like, I get it. Like, if you worked all day and, you come home and your husband's on video games and you won't get off to eat dinner, but you were literally She's on TikTok while making dinner. She's on TikTok while making dinner, talking to her people. He's in there playing his game. At night, guess what she does every night? She goes live on TikTok. And sometimes he'll be in there with her. Sometimes he won't. He won't. So I don't know. I'm just like, I really struggle with it. Her Grammy probably. I need to find out. But I will say that I've heard before that Anna was already kind of like wild like that, like had like a really filthy mouth. But maybe it's getting. So her kids, she's got a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old, I believe. And she said, like, she's not doing chemo anymore. And she was like, it really didn't make me feel that bad. She was like, some days it would, but for the most part, like, it wasn't that terrible. She's like, I lost my hair. Yeah. But I think she said the most it would do is, like, it made her, like, tired a lot. Exactly. But you know what, really? Because I'm, like, same. I couldn't imagine being in her position, knowing that, like, the possibility of her dying in the next 5 years is extremely high. But I'm like, so I would not cuss my children. I mean, Mama June, Alana, Jessica, and Pumpkin all said in their ET interview that Caitlin does not want to leave Anna's side since this diagnosis. Well, what I've noticed in watching her TikToks is that that's true, that she does not want to leave her mom's side. She's constantly in there. But Anna seems constantly irritated about it. She's always like, go on, get out of here. Go, I'm serious. I'm not effing playing. Oh my God, you're aggravating me. Get out. She's, and I'm like, girl, these could possibly be your last few years with your children. You got one that like knows. So she's like stuck right up your butt and as irritating as that can be. Maybe realize that that's why, that she just wants to be with her mom. And maybe put TikTok down for a night or two and watch a movie with your daughter. Yeah, like you think she'd be more loving, but it doesn't seem like she is. I did 3 types of chemo, and the strongest is one they nicknamed the Red Devil. And let me just say, the things it causes you mentally and physically, it is the devil. Oh, wow, Amanda. So, Amanda, do you think she hasn't done chemo in a couple of months, but she did do chemo. She did like 3 rounds of chemo pretty close together, like maybe a week or 2 apart. Do you think this could be like the result of the chemo? She shaved she has eyebrows. My friend was behind her first line. I just said on easy. She had no hair. I do remember them saying that she lost all the hair all over her body. But I did notice her eyebrows looked really good in the last few lives. People were even asking, like, dang, girl, your eyebrows look good. Like, did you get them, like, tattooed? And she's like, no, these are my real eyebrows. She may have always been this way, though. So has that guy Mama June Mary turned into a diva yet? Seems like it. And I liked him. But the whole week about everything in that store, yeah, that's going to hurt your kids. So I don't know, you guys. I'm really going back and forth. I recorded a lot of it. And I sat in here just in disbelief. I'm not going to lie. I just sat here like, oh my goodness. Will I lose hair? Eyebrow hair. Surely she wouldn't have just. Chemotherapy may cause hair loss all over your body, not just in your scalp. Sometimes your eyelashes, eyebrow, armpit, pubic, and other body hair falls out. His hair is. My dad has been doing chemo for over a year, and his hair is gone. We might do a live stream tonight where we just kind of talk about everything. But I got to get on. I gotta contact Bobby's coach because he was supposed to have football practice today, but he's not feeling well. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out. We've been on for over an hour, but we need to do like a kind of like a hangout stream soon, where we just kind of talk about all this because it is a lot. I did 14 rounds of chemo. Holy moly! and it made me lose all my hair, my eyebrows, and yes, it did make me very sick and irritable with hot flashes, for real, heck. But I never got hateful with my loved ones. That's great, Amanda. That's great that you did. Yeah, well, I would never be like nasty to her, ever. I don't know, like maybe it's, it's being caused by such and such, but I really wish you could just take a step back, They treat everyone like crap. That's their job. Every person is different. Not all cancer patients get personality changes. Okay, anyways, you guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that she is selling fakes like I think that she is? Or do you guys think that these really are dupes? Leave me your thoughts. But I do think that she needs to be careful, especially in saying that they are the luxury brand. Because as you guys saw in the video that we shared, that we watched together, she says that these are the luxury brands several times. So she really needs to be careful because, like I said, I've heard Louis Vuitton will get you. Leave me your thoughts. Make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. No updates on her cancer. Other than right now it's stable, I think she said. It's still going to get paid even though Mama June leaves town. Yeah. I love you guys. Make sure you're subscribed. Thumbs up. Leave me your thoughts. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.